Welcome everybody. To yoga class this morning. My name is Ethan. Welcome to class. I'll be teaching you today. It will be a empowerment flow. Now what's an empowerment flow? So it has the word power in it. So we're going to have some strong postures. But empowerment means that I'll give plenty of options and you're empowered to take whatever options that you'd like. So it's an all levels practice. If you're new to yoga, totally okay. Actually, who here is new to yoga? Okay, good. Welcome. And who here is new to Pai? Less than 1 week. Good. Also welcome. It's like half of us. Some of you might get stuck here. Yeah. I think that's about it for now. Like I said before, we will be filming this class. So there's a camera back there and a camera right here. So if that's something that you don't want to be in, maybe we can move your mats. Otherwise, let's get going. So let's meet in Vajrasana. So back of your mat, sitting on your heels. Close down the eyes. Starting to notice the natural rhythm of your breath. Listening to the sounds of the rice fields. Checking in with your body. Bringing one hand to your belly, the other hand to your heart. And as we start to deepen our breath into the belly, into the chest, into the collarbones, and let it go. We're going to start to use our voices a little bit more. So let's try that again. Feel free to sigh out loud, into the belly, up into the chest, into the head. Hold, and let it go. There we go. Our nervous system loves that. That's called our 3-part yogic breath. Into the belly, into the chest, into the head, and let it go. Beautiful. Continuing to deepen your breath, bringing you into the present moment. We're in Pai Thailand. Coming together from all over the world to do yoga at 8:30 in the morning on a Tuesday. And as you deepen your breath, I'm going to tell you a little story. So growing up, my mom was a beekeeper. Still is. So from a young age, I got to observe honeybees in my backyard. And I was astounded by how these tiny little creatures could have such a profound impact on the world around them. Honeybees existing in harmony with nature. A beautiful mutual relationship as they spread pollen from flower to flower, receiving nectar back in return. And it's through this quiet exchange that honeybees create something beautiful, something sweet. Honey that could not exist had they been working alone. Good, untuck your toes, shift your hands forward, hips back to your heels, child's pose. Bringing your forehead to the mat, knees out a little bit wider. Continuing to ground. Continuing to deepen your inhales. Lengthening your exhales. As we move through a visualization. So visualize yourself as a honeybee, flying gracefully through a field of flowers. In each flower you visit, you collect nectar. And with each gentle landing, you also spread kindness and positivity. Imagine the power in your wings as you go flower to flower, pollinating the world with transformation and love. You're just one individual bee, but you're contributing to the collective, contributing to the greater good. Into the belly, up into the chest, up into the head, and side away. Beautiful. Shift your weight forward, tabletop position. Wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Spreading through your fingers. First fingers, pointer fingers, pointing towards the front of the mat or slightly outwards. Fingers spread. And really pressing down through your hands, straightening your elbows, slight round in between your shoulder blades. And now we're going to start to connect our breath and movement. So as we inhale, we're going to arch our back, look forward, spreading through our collarbones, cow pose. And as we exhale, do the opposite, pressing into the ground, rounding your back, chin to your chest. Cat pose. Moving with your breath. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, spreading through the collarbones, cow. Exhale, hollow out the spine. Meow. moving a few more rounds on your own. Moving your hips side to side, allowing yourself some intuitive movements. However your spine needs to move this morning. Allow it. We're focusing a lot on the breath in today's practice. Because that's what yoga is. It's really just a breathing practice. Everything else is kind of just extra. Good. One more inhale here. And coming back to neutral spine. Good. Kicking your right leg back towards the back of the room. Yeah, up into the air. As if you're pressing back into a wall. Strong through that back leg. And now lift your left hand into a handshake position out in front. So left thumb facing up, like you're shaking someone's hand. Good. Really reaching forward with that left hand as you kick your right leg back. And now pressing into your right hand to stabilize your right shoulder. Remembering to breathe. And now as you exhale, bringing your knee to your elbow underneath you, rounding your spine. And as you inhale, extending once again. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. Inhale, reach out. And one more. Inhale, exhale, contract. Inhale, extend. Good. Coming back to neutral, other side. Kicking your left leg back. And you're bringing your right arm forward. Good. Strong through your glutes. And as you kick back with your leg, reaching forward with your arm, pressing down into your left hand. And now as you exhale, bringing your knee to your elbow underneath you. Inhale, extend. Good. 3 more of these on your own. Connecting your breath to your movement. And now meeting in a neutral position once again. Good. Step your right foot back, tuck your toes, step your left foot back. High plank pose. Good. Same hands we talked about before, spreading through your fingers. First finger is pointing forwards or slightly out. Strong through your arms, separating your shoulders away from each other, stabilizing your shoulders. Good, engaging your glutes. And as you shift your weight forward slightly, bring your heels back. Nice, engaging through your kneecaps. And modification here is to drop your knees. So if you need to drop your knees, do so. Otherwise, we'll hold this to continue to warm up our back, our shoulders. Just for a few more breaths. Good, and now everyone drop your knees. Tucking your elbows, bringing your chest all the way to the ground. Good, and from here, we're going to take a few cobras. So starting with a baby cobra, pressing slightly into the ground, slight arch in your back, opening through your chest. And exhale, release, all the way back down. Good, this time lift your hands a centimeter off of the ground. Same thing, just using your back muscles, engaging your glutes, and release. Nice, a few more on your own, pressing your hands, bringing your hands back in if you'd like, coming up a little bit higher, and release. Good, one more, pressing into the ground, squeezing your glutes, pressing into the tops of your feet, opening through the collarbones. And release. Pressing up to your hands and knees. And now shifting your hips back, downward facing dog. Tucking your toes, knees off of the ground. Same hand position, pressing into the thumb and index finger side of your hand. Bringing your forearms towards each other, strong through the hands. Bending your knees slightly. Now with strong hands, pressing your hips back, elongating your spine. Bringing the heels towards the mat. And while keeping length in your spine, now you can try and straighten your knees a little bit more. Beautiful. Lift your right leg back. And now bring your knee to your nose. Back leg back once again. Inhale. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale, extend, last one. And exhale, step it through to your right hand. Good, drop your back knee down. Back knee on the ground, squeezing your inner thighs towards each other, sweeping your arms up into the air. Nice, low lunge. Really feeling the stretch in your left hip flexor. Wrapping the triceps forward so your palms face each other. And as you sink a little bit deeper, reach up a little bit higher. And now take a big cactus with your arms, arching your back. And now exhale, straighten your front leg and reaching forward over. Again, inhale, cactusing your arms, bending your front knee, opening through the chest. And exhale, straightening the front leg, reaching forward. Beautiful, one more. Inhale. And exhale. Bringing your left hand down to the mat at the front. Bending your front knee again, lifting your right arm up into a twist. Lifting your back knee off of the ground if you'd like to build more heat. Looking up at that top hand. Nice, and now framing your feet, stepping back to plank, lowering down to the ground. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Good, lift your left leg back this time. And exhale, knee to your nose. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Extend, inhale. Knee to your right elbow. Extend one last time. We're warming up the core. And step it through. Good. Back knee down. Squeezing your upper inner thighs together, untucking your toes, sweeping your arms up. Low lunge. Stretching through your right hip flexor this time. Squeezing your upper inner thighs towards each other as you sink a little bit deeper, reaching your arms a little bit higher. Now cactusing your arms, arching your back, and now straightening your front leg, reaching through. Moving with your breath. Connecting breath and movement. That's what vinyasa is. So we had a vinyasa in cat-cow. We have a vinyasa here, connecting our inhales and our exhales with movements. And when you're ready, bringing your right hand down to the ground, left arm up into a twist. Back knee off of the ground, tucking your toes. Looking up at that left hand, keeping strong through the right hand, stabilizing the shoulder. One more inhale. And exhale. Frame your feet, step back to plank. Lower down to the ground. Good, this time bend your right knee. Good, 90 degrees. And now turn your hips over to the left. Taking a big stretch through your left shoulder. Straightening the left arm out to the side. Yeah, and then rotating over. Yeah, good. And back to neutral, back to center, other side. Extending the right arm out. Bending the left knee. Turning over to the right side. Nice, and back to center. Taking a cobra or an upward facing dog. So upward facing dog, scoot your hands back a little bit, pressing all the way up, lifting your kneecaps off of the ground, opening through the chest, shoulder blades away from the ears. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a big clearing breath all together. Into the belly, up into the chest, up into the collarbones, and release. Good, drop your knees, child's pose. So I may be giving some hands-on adjustments today. My friend Amy in the corner also will be giving some adjustments in Shavasana. So if that's something you don't want, just give me a little wave now. Thank you. So there's a concept called hive mind, where the entire beehive Seems like they think together as one. It's often viewed in a bad way because it's almost like each individual bee doesn't think. They kind of just act because everyone else is doing it. But that's not necessarily true. That's a concept that we'll go into in a bit. So shift your weight forward, bring your knees up off of the ground once again, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Good, and now step your feet all the way to your hands, meeting at the front of the mat. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. So pressing into your shins with your hands, extending your spine forwards, relaxing your neck, straightening your elbows, and exhale, fold. Crossing your hands over your head. Take a few moments here. You can bend your knees, swing side to side. Nice. Switching the cross of your arms. And now releasing your arms, slowly rolling up to a standing position. Good. Shoulder blades back and down, Tadasana. Typically, traditionally, your toes might be touching, but feel free to take toes touching or feet slightly apart. Squeezing your glutes, your thighs towards each other, tucking your lower belly in, shoulder blades back and down, palms facing the front of the room. Now we're going to start to flow. So inhale, rise up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. We've done all these before. Exhale, step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good, we'll take 3 breaths here. Another one all together. Big inhale into the belly, into the chest, up into the head, and sigh it all away. Good, 2 more on your own. On your next inhale, look forward, bend your knees. And on the exhale, step, jump, or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, Tadasana. Good, once again, inhale, arms to the sky, circle up. And exhale, fold down. Inhale, extend. Exhale, back to plank and lower down to the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So hive mind. We view it as all the bees are doing the same thing, no one's thinking for themselves. But turns out that in a colony, the bees have a lot of individuality. They divide the hive based on the strength of each individual bee. So while some bees are out foraging for honey, for nectar I should say, other bees are protecting the hive. Some are building the hexagons, some are protecting the queen. Good, bottom of your next exhale, step, jump, or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, Tadasana. Good. One more round on your own. Connecting your breath and movement. Trusting your body. Trusting your neighbor. If you don't know it, you can dance. Meeting at the front of the mat in Tadasana position. Closing down the eyes. Reconnecting with your breath. Reconnecting with the sounds around you, feeling the heartbeat as we warm up, building fire, showing us that we are alive. So blinking the eyes open, bending your knees, bringing your hands, sliding your palms underneath your feet so that your toes are touching your wrist crease. And if this is hard for you, you can bend your knees even more, or you can just stretch the backs of your wrists on the ground. This is called gorilla pose, wrist stretch. Maybe you can lift one heel at a time. That feels good to you. Nice. Now release your hands, coming onto your tippy toes, bending your knees, coming all the way down to the ground. Good. With your tippy toes, hands to your heart. Anjali Mudra. Squeezing your upper inner thighs towards each other. Pressing your hands together. Shoulders away from the ears. See if you can press your knees forward a little bit while leaning back with your back. If you fall, it's still yoga. Finding a focal point to help your balance, called a drishti. And now reaching your arms into the air, slowly rising all the way up. Up, 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 reach up into the sky. Good morning! Yeah! Dropping your heels to the ground. Good, and now turn to the right. Take a big step out to the right. Bringing your arms out. Good, so your feet are like just under your wrist. Parallel your feet so that your toes are facing the front or even slightly in. And now look over your right hand. Turn your right foot out to the side. Bend your right knee. Warrior two. Good. Right knee stacked over the right ankle. Opening through the chest, shoulders away from the ears. Looking over your right hand. pause, lean forward. See if you can kind of shift your body back. And staying strong through your arms. Good. Strong through the outer edge of the back foot. Flip the front palm up. And now reach that arm up and back, reversing the warrior. Gently placing the back hand on your thigh, but making sure not to press into the back knee. Just gently on the thigh as we open through our chest, extending over our head. Now shifting forward, pressing our right elbow into our right thigh, lifting the left arm up. Get strong through the back leg, opening through the chest. And now extending our left hand over our head, palm facing the ground. An option to bring your right hand down to the ground. If you choose to do that, maintaining, rolling open the ribs. Good. Nice. So now your next inhale, pressing back up into Warrior Two. Sink a little bit deeper into that front knee. And now release. Good. Parallel your feet once again. Other side. Look over your left hand, turn your left foot, bend your left knee. Beautiful. Stacking your left knee over your left ankle. Strong through the arms. Strong through the outer edge of the back foot. Finding your drishti over your left hand, looking out into the rice fields, so green. Sinking a little deeper into that Warrior Two machine. Flipping your front palm, lifting up and back. Checking your knee and ankle. Are they still stacked? Feeling the stretch through your entire side. Listening to your body. Your body is your guide. Good, now shifting forward, pressing your left knee, left elbow into your left thigh, right arm up to the sky. My oh my, these are looking fly. Welcome to Pai. Good, extending over your head. If you took that on the other side, option to drop your left hand down to the ground. If you took that, keeping the ribs rolling open. And one more inhale. Good. Pressing back into the front leg, Warrior Two. Sinking a little bit deeper into the front knee. And release. Good. Keeping the arms spread. Paralleling the feet once again. Interlacing your hands behind your back. Good. Inhale, extending up through your chest. And exhale, forward fold. Really feel the stretch in your shoulders. Slight micro bend in your knees to see if you can allow your spine to elongate towards the ground. And if you have a headstand practice that you're comfortable with, now is the time you can take that. There will be one more opportunity later on. For the rest of us, dropping our hands. Good, and now we're going to add in some lion's breath. We had some meow, now we're going to add some roar. So on the inhale, we're going to extend through our spine like we're doing a halfway lift. And on the exhale, sticking out your tongue. Ah! Lion's breath. Good, so inhale, extending through your spine. Flat back. And exhale. Ah! There we go. Inhale. Ah! And one more. Ah! Nice. Now heel toeing our feet a little bit closer together so that they're about 1 meter apart. So 1 meter for the Americans, that's 39 inches. Now point your toes out to 10 and 2 o'clock. And now sink down into your goddess pose. Good, so we really want to roll our thighs open here. So this movement of just bringing our knees out to the side. Reaching our arms forward, and now wrapping our right arm underneath our left. Eagle arms. Pressing forward and up with our arms. Coming back to your breath. And release. One inhale. And exhale. Sink down once again. Left arm underneath the right this time. Elbows forward and up. Tucking your lower belly in. Now releasing your arms, bringing your arms up, sinking down. I didn't say to stand. Tippy toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2. Okay, you're done. Good, now step your left foot to your right, so you're at the back of the mat. And now face the rice fields. Turn towards the rice fields, penguin pose. So hands to your side, waddle to the front of the mat. Nice. That's my pose. Good, so now bring your feet about, same as Tadasana, either toes touching or heels slightly apart. Chair pose, sink your hips back, reach your arms up. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other, tucking your lower belly in as you can reach up a little bit higher. And release on the exhale, forward fold. Good, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Nice. Planting your hands on the ground, stepping back to plank or jumping into your chaturanga. Lowering down to the ground. Good, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, lift your right leg back. Exhale, step it through to your right thumb. Inhale, sweeping your arms up, crescent pose. Nice, so in crescent, wrapping your triceps forwards, palms facing each other, shoulders away from the ears. Sinking a little deeper into the front knee. Nice, and release. Frame your feet, step back to plank, and lower down. Inhale, take your vinyasa, our third vinyasa of the day. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Right away, lift your left leg back this time. Exhale, step it through. Good. Inhale, rise up. Crescent, other side. Nice. Once again, palms facing towards each other. Yeah. And as you sink a little bit deeper, reach up a little bit higher. Maybe even look up if you desire. Good. Exhale, frame your feet, step back to plank, and lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, upward downward facing dog. Excuse me. Three breaths here, 2 more. You always have the option to take child's pose. No need for permission. Good. Bottom of your next exhale, step, jump, or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, extend, and exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, and exhale, Tadasana. Nice. So now we're going to move through that a little bit faster. Add a little bit of our reverse warrior side angle pose, warrior dance. And then you'll do a couple rounds on your own. So inhale into chair pose. And exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank and lower down, or jump into chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Lift your right leg back. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, back heel down, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, windmill your arms back to plank and lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Left leg back. Inhale. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, twist to the right. Back heel down, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Feel free to move at your own pace. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, frame your feet. Step back to plank. And lower down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. So each bee within the hive, we'll take 3 breaths. Each bee has its own purpose. A unique combination and contribution that keeps the hive thriving. So the beehive isn't a place, like Hive Mind wants us to believe, where individuality is lost. It's a place where the strengths of each bee are honored, and the individual gifts of each bee come together for the greater good of the hive. So bottom of your next exhale, step, jump, or float. Coming to the front of your mat. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, Tadasana. Good. Once again, inhale, chair pose. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, extend. Exhale, back to plank and lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're gonna move a little bit faster. Inhale, right foot back. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, frame your feet, back to plank, lower down. Inhale, take your vinyasa. Exhale, meet in downward facing dog. Lift your left leg back. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, frame your feet back to plank. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So how can we, humans, learn from the bees? How can we allow ourselves to look around and instead of seeing competition, allow ourselves to harmonize with the people around us? Finding the gifts of each person around us and allowing ourselves to work together towards the greater good, something bigger than ourselves. Good. Bottom of your next exhale, step, jump, or float in front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, Tadasana. Good. We'll end there. Now take a big step back with your right foot. Warrior two. So make sure you have that heel to arch alignment. And now straighten your front leg. Bring your back foot a little bit closer so that your back toes are facing 2 o'clock. And now triangle pose. So we're gonna kick our hips back, reach our arms forward, and bring our right hand up towards the ceiling, dropping our left hand down to our shin. Leaning back as if we're leaning back against the wall. Coming up a little bit higher onto our shin so that we're not collapsing. And straight with the front knee if your knee's bent. Yeah, nice. Now extending your right arm over your head. And as you do that, rolling the chest open. Good. Good. Now bringing your right hand to your right hip. Looking down at your left foot. Bringing your left hand down to the ground. Crawling your left hand forward. Bringing your right foot up. Half moon pose. Good. So in half moon, we want to have our right toes facing towards the side of the room. Right arm up to the sky. Opening through your hips. Maybe looking up at your top hand. An option to lift your left hand off of the ground. And release, square your hips, bring both hands to the ground, and kick your right leg back into the air. Standing splits. So letting your head drop down, bringing your right foot a little bit higher. and release. Bringing your feet together, front of the mat. Coming into your chair pose. Hands to your heart. And now twisting to the left, hooking your right elbow over your left knee. Good, and on the inhales, extending your spine. And on the exhales, twisting a little bit more. Bringing your weight into your left foot, lifting your right foot off of the ground, and taking a big, slow step back and out. Keeping the twist. So if we're getting tired, option to bring the back knee to the ground. Option to extend your arms. One more inhale here. And exhale, release. Frame your feet, step back to plank. Lower down to the ground. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step jumper floats to the front of the mat. And slowly roll up to Tadasana. Nice. Same thing, other side. Taking a big step back with your left leg. Warrior two. Front heel, back arch alignment. And now straightening your front leg, bringing your back foot a little bit closer, toes pointing at 10 o'clock. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Reaching forward with your arms, bringing your left arm up, placing your right arm on your shin. You might be able to go all the way to the ground, but I'm definitely on my shin for this one. Nice, and now extending your left arm over your head, rolling open the ribs. Nice, and release, bringing your left hand to your left hip, looking down at your right knee. We're gonna take half moon. So crawling your right hand out, lifting your left leg up and back. Left toes pointing towards the side of the room, stacking your hips. Left arm up towards the ceiling. If you fall out of it, don't worry. I fall out too. Nice. Now square your hips, bring your hands to the ground, standing splits. Just for a moment. Head down, heels high. One more inhale. And exhale. Bring your feet together. Chair pose. Hands to your heart. Twisting to the other side. Good. Bringing your knees in line with each other. To bring your hips in line with each other. Now bringing your weight into your right leg, big step back with your left leg. Back and out. You have the option to take a bind or to extend your arms. One more inhale. And release. Good. Frame your feet. Back to plank, lower down. Optional vinyasa. Meet in downward facing dog. Nice, and from here you can drop your knees, bring your hips to your heels, child's pose. Nice, taking a moment to yourself here to reconnect with your breath. Reconnect with the present moment. So next we'll move into some inversions. So if you have a headstand practice, pincha, handstand that you'd like to take, now's your time to do that. For the rest of us, let's press forward, meet on our backs. We'll take shoulder stand. Good, so shoulder stand. We're on our backs. We're going to kick our hips up, supporting our lower back. Nice. Supporting our lower backs, tucking our elbows in. I'll do shoulder stand with you all. And if you're in shoulder stand, you can bend your knees, drop your knees on either side of your head, extending your feet out over your head, feeling a stretch through your entire back body. And in about 20 seconds, we'll meet on our backs. Slowly roll out of that. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring your feet, bending your knees about mat's width apart, and then knocking your knees together. Broken bridge. And now reaching your arms down next to your sides, bringing your heels to about hips distance apart so that your fingertips just touch the bottoms of your heels. And now we'll take bridge pose. So pressing your hips up, squeezing your glutes, pulling your heels towards your shoulders as they're on the ground to engage your hamstrings. Nice, lifting your right leg up to the sky, bending your right knee, and now bringing your right ankle to your left knee. Good, unlacing your hands if they're laced, slowly lowering down. Reaching through, grabbing either your hamstring or your shin, and pulling into your chest. Flexing your right ankle to protect your knee. And release. Good. Back to your bridge pose. Take a moment in between. And now pressing up into your bridge. Squeezing your glutes, tucking your shoulder blades under. Maybe interlacing your hands underneath you. Engaging your hamstrings. Now lift your left leg up towards the sky. Same thing, other side. Bend your left knee. Bring your left ankle to your right knee. Unlace your hands, slowly lower down. Reaching through, grabbing, feeling the hip stretch in your left side. Flexing your left ankle to protect your left knee. And release. Good. Now we'll have time for one more back bend. You can take bridge one more time if you'd like. Or if you want a bigger back bend, you can plant your hands on either side of your head. And take a full upward facing bow. If you choose this option, tucking the elbows in, making sure to bring your heels towards your head. Engage your hamstrings. Big inhale. Big exhale. And slowly lower down to the ground. Good. Bringing your knees to your chest. Grabbing both sides of your outside edges of your feet, happy baby pose. Rocking side to side. Good, and now extending both legs straight towards, on the mat, legs straight towards the right field. Good, bending your right knee into your chest. Scooching your hips to the right. And now pulling your right knee over your left side. Extending your right arm out into a twist. And release. Same thing, other side. Bending your left knee into your chest, right leg straight. Scooching your hips to the left. Twisting over to the right. Extending the left arm out. Good, and release. Bringing your knees back into your chest. And now rocking and rolling your way up to a seated position. Good, extending your left leg straight, bringing your right foot into your left thigh. It's like a half butterfly. Now extending over your leg. Good, release. Other side. Left foot, right thigh. Folding over. Good, and release. Bringing both legs forward. Last fold of the day. Arms up, tuck your lower belly in, and fold over both straight legs. So we're in a world where we're all different. We all have individual strengths. But we all try to conform to be the same person, to be liked. Because we think we need to change to be liked. But instead of trying to conform, what if we chose instead to honor our individual gifts, our gifts and the gifts of those around us? Good, release your legs, rolling back onto your back. Final position of the class. Shavasana. Allowing your muscles to relax. We'll be giving some hands-on adjustments unless you requested not to. And we'll have a beautiful guitar player join us. One last clearing breath. Into the belly, into the chest, and release. back into your physical body. Coming back to your breath. Starting to wiggle your fingers. Starting to wiggle your toes. Taking a big stretch over your head with your arms. Greeting the morning once again. Bringing your knees into your chest. Rolling onto your favorite side. And when you're ready, sitting yourself up to a seated cross-legged position. So today we learned about the honeybees. We learned a lesson about harmony, about how can we view each other through the lens of collaboration. Collaboration instead of competition, a world of abundance instead of lack. Lifting each other up instead of pushing each other down. So like the honeybees, harmonize with the flowers, creating not only honey, but an excess of honey that they can then give away freely to the world. We're going to harmonize in our final Om of the class. But instead of Om, we're going to take just the last syllable. So just the the sound of the bees. And I'll give you 3 options. We'll do 3 ohms. I'll give you 3 options. Okay, so first we'll take a big inhale and let it go. Now inhale for 2 more. Inhale. Beautiful harmonizing. Last one. Inhale. Bringing our hands to our chest. Thanking yourself for showing up this morning. try and harmonize throughout the day, not only with yourself, but with others around you. We live in a very creative space. Pai. How can we bring together our individual talents and create something beautiful and great? With that, I say namaste. My name is Ethan. I'll be teaching here again on Saturday. Yeah, thank you so much for coming. We have spray and towels at the back. I'll be here for a few minutes if you want to talk to me, if you have any questions. Really hope you enjoyed that, enjoyed the extended Shavasana. Thank you so much, Guy, for the guitar. Thank you, Amy, for the adjustments. Hope you all have a beautiful day. I don't know the outlet schedule for today, so check the board on your way out, unless anyone knows it.